Broadcasting from Dar es Salaam, this is TVC News, our top stories. 60 years of revolution, Tanzania remains exemplary. Slaa orders implementation of Arusha Master Plan. Thank you very much for joining us. I am Nasa Kingu. Happy Mapinduzi Day. Just a reminder, you can also follow us live via our YouTube channel, TVC Online, and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TVC Online. We start in Zanzibar, where various leaders who have attended the 60th anniversary of the Zanzibar Revolution say that the union of Tanganyika and Zanzibar signifies unity, which is crucial for development and independence. Giving their remarks as Zanzibar marks 60 years of revolution, various heads of state, including President of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, say that Africa should prioritize unity for economic growth. Peter Mganga has more details.
It's 60 years of the Zanzibar Revolution. Various East African leaders have attended the occasion, and the main message given is unity and solidarity.
The government of Karume came with the views that are consistent with the government of Uganda. The union of Zanzibar and Tanzania has become a major factor in shaping development in Africa.
As Africans, this is a proof that we are capable of coming together to solve our own problems, harnessing opportunities that come with that. The accomplishments of Zanzibar and Tanzania as a whole are a source of pride for our East African region and our continent.
We continue deepening cooperation and collaboration in various fronts for socio-economic transformation of our people. This rides on the existing frameworks under the East African Community, COMESA, among others. We continue to demolish trade barriers to enhance seamless trade and other forms of interaction, because we do not want to be defined by our boundaries, but the depth of the mutual benefit of our brotherhood and sisterhood.
President Samia Suluhu Hassan says that Zanzibar Revolution has been the beginning independence and development for the people of Zanzibar and Tanzania mainland.
Miaka 60 ndiyo safari ya mapinduzi inaanza.
60 years in the beginning of the revolutionary journey will make sure we create a conducive environment so that to achieve more for the future.
President of Zanzibar and chairman of the Zanzibar Revolutionary Council, Dr. Hussein Mwinyi, says his government will always honor unity and thanks all who attend the celebrations.
Napenda kutoa shukrani kwako. I would like to express my gratitude to the President of the Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, for participating in the anniversary of 60 years of Zanzibar's revolution, as well as the various contributions that she was able to make it. I would like also to thank the leaders of Tanzania, along with the minister who were able to join us in the celebration.
Truly, 60 years of revolution of Zanzibar is a starting point of development, patriotism, and peace of Zanzibar. Peter Mganga, TVC News.
Thank you very much, Peter Mganga, with that report. Still remaining with the Zanzibar Revolution Day, the Zanzibar Minister of State in the second Vice President's office, Hamza Hassan Juma, says people in Zanzibar have played a key role in bringing crucial economic reforms over the last 60 years. He made the remarks when talking to TVC News reporter Fatuma Matulanga.
Here with the Honorable Minister Hamza Hassan Juma, Minister of State in the second Vice President's Office of Revolutionary Government of Zanzibar. Congratulations for the 60 years anniversary of Revolutionary Government of Zanzibar, and how do you define it?
Okay, thank you very much for coming and for inviting me to this event, just to tell her how we are going to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Revolution of Zanzibar. We thank very much for all people of Zanzibar to support our revolution. As you know, since 1964, after revolution, the people of Zanzibar support all activity done by their government. So for this period of 60 years, we opened a lot of projects. We had about 176 projects, but because of the time, we had to minimize. We chose around 110 projects. We opened and put the stone at this for this anniversary of 60 years. So we thank very much our people of Zanzibar to support a revolution, mostly for young men, because even myself, I didn't see the revolution. I was born after revolution.
Okay, 60 years anniversary in the third current government. It is mentioned that 2025 goals have already achieved. What is the secret?
The secret of our achievement is to get support from the people. You know, if the people support their government, anything we are going to do, we get support from them. So that is why we do our effort to bring the development to the people, and that is why our people are supporters.
Okay, talking about this time anniversary celebration, it is different compared to previous years. Why?
You know, because since our president entered to the government, we celebrate, but in the normal way. So even the last year, we didn't celebrate at Amani Stadium. We just make different activity and a different area into to the region. So he told us that in these 60 years, we are going to make the big anniversary to all the people. So that is why he arranged a lot of projects. He renovated Amani Stadium. Now we call it Amani Complex. So we make this event because every 10 years we make a big event. 10th anniversary, the 20th anniversary of the revolution, 30 and 50, and that. And now we are going to be at the 60 years in the revolution to celebrate the revolution. Why we make this event to be a big one?
TVC News reporter there, Fatuma Matulanga in Zanzibar, talking to the Minister of State in the Second Vice President's Office, Hamza Hassan Juma. Travelers traveling between Dar es Salaam and Zanzibar commend both governments for massive improvement in water transport as the island is commemorating 60 years of a revolution. They made the remarks when they spoke to TVC News in Dar es Salaam, explaining that the presence of fast boats has now facilitated commercial and social interaction between Tanzania mainland and Zanzibar.
Tanzanians are happy about the sea transport. It's good and has no challenges. The passengers are happy and really enjoy their journey. The journey was good and we really enjoyed from the beginning to the end. Sea transport has been improved because before we could use more time to travel, but now we only use 45 minutes. You can go to Zanzibar in the morning and return in the evening. It was really hard before using sea transport. Low-income earners would have to wait for nighttime boats only, but now there are many boats, enough to accommodate all of us, and the transport fee is less expensive and anyone can afford it.
In commemorating the 60 years of Zanzibar Revolution, sea transport is one of the priorities in ensuring the growth of the blue economy in the island, where the improved infrastructure will bring commercial revolution and improve sea safety. Move now to Arusha region, where the Minister of Lands, Housing and Human Settlements Development, Jerry Silaa, has directed the land officials in the Arusha region to work on the city's master plan, which is part of the ambitious development plan for the Arusha region. Minister Silaa gave the directive in Arusha when he met and held talks with farm owners to discuss the implementation of the plan. urging the owners to comply with the proposed demands of the plan, as the plan has wide interest to the economy of the nation. Here is a report prepared by Sachela Konkola, read by Faidan Gaga.
It is an event that signifies the start of an ambitious plan for the development of the city of Arusha, bringing together the owners of large farms in the region and experts from the Ministry of Land.
When we succeed to finish this project, we will bring back the Rio Geneva of Africa, and we are awfully in the area that the football pitch is built. The Honorable Minister, we have already prepared the paperwork of measuring the plots of more than 5,000 acres, and that we want to connect the city from the modern city to the football pitch up to the safari city.
Here, the stakeholders identify some of the key areas that should be put into consideration in order for the exercise to be effective.
The arbitrary construction is a huge problem. Therefore, the Honorable Minister, I wish we shift from the submission of paperwork and move to the reality.
The Minister in charge of Land, Jerry Sla, gives instructions about the plan.
We are not going into plot planning. I have ordered and that the owners of the farmers who are present should hear this, that we are going to town planning, and I want Arusha to be an example. The world is an urban farming. If you have urban farming as well as organic, it's another form of tourism. Therefore, when the tourist chooses Arusha or Ngorongoro, he will know that he is not only seeing animals, but also finding organic food.
Minister Sla also visits some areas that have been reported with challenges, including plot number 224-1 and 2, which is alleged to be used for illegal pig farm business.
The residents of the Morogoro region are convinced that the use of the modern judiciary system in court hearing will eliminate inconveniences and save time for the citizens, especially those with low living standards, and also allow timely access to justice unlike the previous years. Here is a report prepared by Remy Asinti and read by Maria Mubiru.
The government, through the judiciary, is taking steps to improve systems to ensure citizens get timely and better services that will also be cost-effective. In the Morogoro region, some of the residents who spoke with TBC News say that the use of IT will make access to justice easier.
Most people live an impoverished life, have been receiving unfair treatment in the justice system. For instance, your case may be transferred to Dar es Salaam instead of here, and therefore becomes expensive to manage the cost of attending the case.
The online court system is a good system. This is because in the past, people used to be deprived of their rights. Now, people can be served by the court easily.
In order to ensure that the judiciary increases efficiency, the Attorney General Office takes the responsibility of providing training to the employees of the Records Division, aiming to build their capacity in the use of the IT systems in managing consultations and keeping government documents in the High Court of Tanzania.
We shall not have mercy with those who will expose government secrets and those who will not abide to the codes of ethics. The information will be generated by a special system. Therefore, in a short span of time, you can appeal the verdicts if you are not satisfied. Every file will be available in the Tarai system. There will be no loss of files. This will make things easy for citizens.
This system has been helpful because in the past, it was difficult to register government cases.
The Singida region has begun to undergo agricultural revolution that will help to increase production. Some of the steps taken by the farmers of the region is the use of more scientific industrial fertilizers. Speaking to the regional leaders, officials and employees of the Singida Regional Commissioner, Peter Serukamba, directs the regional leaders and the employees to ensure that they supervise the farmers closely so that the intended reforms in the agricultural sector become a reality. Here's a report prepared by Leonard Manga and read by Faidan Gaga.
The implementation of the agricultural revolution has started after the region received a consignment of subsidized fertilizers, which have started to be distributed to the farmers in all wards of the region. The Regional Commissioner, Peter Serukamba, is meeting with agricultural experts together with various government leaders to set a strategy to improve the distribution of the fertilizers together with subsidized sunflower seeds provided by the government.
I want us to do this work. It will take 3 to 4 weeks. We have distributed enough seeds and fertilizers. Afterwards, we will be waiting for crops. You should do 2 things. Note down all those who pay in cash and all those who will require a loan should be given a loan, and the village chairman should sign their check so that they can later on pay back the loan.
Some of the leaders who oversee the distribution strategy explain what is going on now and the challenges that rise in the implementation of the strategy, especially in the use of industrial fertilizers.
Our people are reluctant to use fertilizers because they believe that they are making the land infertile, but as councillors have been providing awareness to the citizens about the fact that manure and fertilizers both play the same role. At least now they have been responding well in the uses of fertilizers. I am so happy of how much positive feedback people have been showing towards the uses of fertilizers. I'm honestly very astonished. In the past, only southern regions had fertilizers. I cannot believe I have lived to witness this change.
While the region is prepared to bring about the intended revolution, the market price of the agricultural crops provided in the region still remains uncertain.
I urge the government through the Ministry of Agriculture to help us secure a sunflower market in other areas.
Last season, the production of sunflower seeds increased from 400,000 tons to 1 million tons after the farmers started using subsidized agricultural inputs and causing the price of the crop to fall despite the presence of large processing plants in the region. The Singida region is famous for 3 main strategic crops that are produced in large quantities in the region, including sunflowers, onions, and cashews.
In a period of about 3 years, the government, through the Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency, RWASA, has provided to the Tabora region more than 114 billion Tanzanian shillings for the implementation of 66 water projects in various villages in the region. The report on the implementation of the projects has been given by the manager of RWASA in the Tabora region, Engineer Hatari Kapufi, to the Tabora Regional Commissioner, Dr. Batilda Buriani, during a ceremony to hand over 5 cars to the RWASA office and 48 motorcycles to the community level leaders with a total value of more than 934 million Tanzanian shillings. Here's a report prepared by Dr. Elias and read by Maria Mubiru.
Giving report during an event to hand over 5 cars and 48 motorbikes to the managers of the Clean Water and Sanitation Agency at the district level and the employees of the community-based water supply organization at the district level. RWASA manager in the Tabora region, Engineer Hatari Kapufi, says 17 out of 66 projects worth more than 25 billion shillings have been completed.
By June, we had reached 62% of the implementation of water projects, and by December we had reached 68%. With this project that have been implementing, once we are done, we will have reached 85%.
Engineer Kapufi says the main aim of buying the tools is to increase the productivity of the implementation and management of rural water projects.
We shall make sure that the projects implemented in our district are well managed so that they can be of high standard, and the water projects that have been completed will be provided to the citizens.
On the other hand, the Tabora Regional Commissioner Ambassador Batilda Burian urges the employees of RWASA and SBWSO to work more diligently and professionally.
This is a sector that enables other sectors to function well. In order for the health sector to work well, it needs water. In order for the industries to work, they need water. In order for agriculture and animal husbandry to work, water needs to be present. And of course, all other sectors require water. Let us make sure we use the equipment provided to us for their respectable purpose, since a lot of money has been invested here.
We
used to have a challenge of transport, but now, since we have motorcycles, we will use them to collect bills.
We promise the president that we'll perform our duties well so that at the end of the day, we can also get cars just like our colleagues.
Interesting story there from the Tabora region. Now we move to Simiyu, where the Deputy Minister of Agriculture, David Silinde, says in the year 2024, in the agricultural season, Tanzania will produce 500,000 tons of cotton from all regions combined. Here's a report prepared by Pascal Michael and read by Maria Mubiru.
Silinde made the announcement immediately after visiting the Alliance cotton processing plant in the Bariadi district and congratulated the investor for allocating funds to give back to the community and implement some development projects in the area.
Our objectives in this year, we want to reach up to the 500,000 tons. And I told them that I should not be just empty words to reach this, but practical. To achieve this, we need to produce enough seeds that will reach the farmers and secondary. We need to educate the farmers, and the president has also allowed us to build the dams and the irrigation ponds project in the whole country, including Simiyu region, so as people should cultivate cotton, and not only in one season. But my wish is that after 1 year or 2 years later, when I visit Alliance factory, after your one season is finished, the work should not be stopped because you want to be having one season of cotton.
The factory general manager, Boaz Ogola, says the company requires enough raw materials to enable them produce the cotton products.
We work below standard. Our factory is able to analyze 100 tons. Unfortunately, the volume we were able to get since they invested in here in 40,000 tons. If we work really hard, we work for 100 days, but usually we work below the 100 days. We work below the standard because the production is still low.
Bariadi District Commissioner Simon Simalenga has warned cotton buyers this season who fail to adhere to the set conditions will first turn action.
We have now decided that all companies that evade tax, both farmers or those who will want to transport cotton during the night, won't be given a permit, and if we give them and they start to go against the rules, we'll cancel their permits in the next season.
Before now, we wind up the local news tonight. Let us now take a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TVC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Stay tuned now for all the latest in international news. And here is international news as compiled by Ramadan Mpenta and read by Faithan Gaga.
Churches in Zambia have been ordered to limit worship time to 2 hours as part of measures to curb the spread of cholera. The directive issued by a high-ranking official overseeing religious affairs in Zambia, Ndiwa Mutelo, who also prohibits the sale of perishable and ready-to-eat foods within church premises. Mr. Mutelo, in a statement, also ordered worship centers to provide safe drinking water, hand-washing points, as well as alcohol-based hand sanitizers to their members. Worshippers have also been urged to avoid handshakes and hugs in order to reduce the risk of contracting the disease. More than 7,800 cholera cases have been reported nationwide since last October. The health ministry in Zambia said in the last 24 hours there were more than 400 new cases and 18 deaths. Comoros will vote in an election on Sunday that is expected to deliver a fourth-term president, Azali Assoumani. Assoumani, who has served as the chair of the African Union for the past year, will face 5 competitors. Other opposition leaders have called for a boycott, accusing the Electoral Commission of favoring the ruling party. Both President Assoumani and the electoral body, Seni, have assured the country of a transparent election. Regional observer missions, including from the African Union, said the last election in 2019 was riddled with irregularities and lacked credibility. The earlier vote followed constitutional reforms that removed a requirement that the presidency rotate among the country's 3 main islands every 5 years, and thus allowed Assoumani to seek re-election. Nearly 340,000 people are eligible to vote in the country of fewer than 1 million people. Authorities in Uganda have announced a plan to destroy COVID vaccinations worth $7.3 million after they expired. In a report submitted to Ugandan Parliament by Uganda's Auditor General John Muwanga, an additional concern about drugs totaling $8.6 million, primarily ARV drugs, which have also expired due to changes in World Health Organization recommended treatment guidelines, was also raised. The Ugandan government obtained around 5.6 million doses of these COVID-19 vaccines through a World Bank loan. Ugandan authorities expect the total losses from expired COVID-19 vaccines to surpass $78 million by the end of 2024. According to the official figures, 59% of the eligible population in Uganda is fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Israel says South Africa has distorted the truth in its case to the International Court of Justice, where it is accusing Israel of genocide. Israel lawyer Tal Becker told the ICJ that South Africa had presented a sweeping counterfactual description of the Israel-Palestinian conflict and called on the International Court of Justice, ICJ, to dismiss the case as groundless and reject South Africa's request to halt the offensive, arguing it was acting to defend itself and was fighting Hamas, not the Palestinian population. South Africa says Israel is committing genocide against the Palestinians in its war in Gaza. The ICJ is the United Nations highest court.
That was international news. The sports news is up next. And in sports news, the Secretary General of the National Sports Council of Tanzania, Neema Msita, says Tanzania will continue to cooperate with other countries in sports sector as one way of creating employment opportunities and income to Tanzanians. Speaking during a farewell of Indian Ambassador to Tanzania, Binaya Pradhan, General Secretary of National Sports Council, Msita, adds that the efforts made by various countries in developing sports in Tanzania has made the country to do better in local and international competitions, while the outgoing Indian Ambassador to Tanzania, Binaya Pradhan, says his country will continue to support Tanzania to achieve even further in sports.
Which supported us in our initiatives.
We will continue to cooperate with everyone. The aim is to ensure that we succeed in this sport field.
I'm happy that our two countries are coming closer, both on culture.
Tanzania and India have been cooperating in all sectors, including sports. And the Secretary General of Wushu Association of Tanzania, Ngora Kapipi, says they plan to scout and develop new talents from the primary and secondary schools to get best national team that will participate in international competitions. The Secretary General Kapipi adds that the development of Kung Fu and other martial arts in schools will create sports opportunities and income to people participating in the game.
We want to raise new talent in this field, and we will start with a student in order to build a good national Wushu team in order to participate in international tournaments.
That's the sports news. Now, before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, Let's take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello, and welcome again to the next 24 hours of forecast, starting tonight at 9 p.m. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, my name is Ramadan Omar. Rainfall activities expected to persist over some areas of our country, especially along the coastal areas, southern part, central towards western part of our country. And TMA has issued an advisory of short periods of heavy rain in a few areas of Mbeya, Songwe, Njombe, Rukwa, Iringa, Ruvuma, Tanga, Dar es Salaam, Pwani, Morogoro, Lindi, Mtwara, together with Unguja and Pemba Island. So precautionary measures should be taken over those areas. And tonight a few areas, especially over northeastern highland, northern coast, southern coast, together with Morogoro region, expected to feature cloudy condition, thunder showers. While areas along Lake Victoria Basin, central, west, southeastern highland, and the Ruvuma region, expected to feature partly cloudy condition, thunder showers over a few areas. And tomorrow, areas especially over northeastern highland, Dar es Salaam, Pwani, Morogoro, Lindi, and the Mtwara regions, expected to feature cloudy condition, thunder showers over some areas in sun intervals. While areas along Lake Victoria Basin, central, west, southeastern highland, Ruvuma, Tanga, together with Unguja and Pemba Island, expected to feature cloudy condition, thunder showers over a few areas in sun intervals. And now, let's have a look on the next 4 days of forecast over some regions of our country. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Nasa King. We wish you a good night and a beautiful weekend.
Wakuu wa mapinduzi, mapinduzi, ndo watu na waombea. Wakuu wa mapinduzi, mapinduzi, ndo watu na waombea.